does anything to do that, they'll get hit at a much, much harder level. I will take out those targets that were easy and that I mentioned just before. We'll take them out so quickly.
Stop what you're doing and listen to this. The geopolitical board just got flipped. We are looking at a level of escalation that most people aren't prepared for. If this happens, there is no recovery phase. It's a total system reset. You need to see exactly how this warning was delivered, because the stakes for the global oil supply just hit the ceiling.
As we continue Operation Epic Fury, we're also focused on keeping energy and oil flowing to the world. And I will not allow a terrorist regime to hold the world hostage and attempt to stop the globe's oil supply at a veranda.
Look at the posture here. This isn't just a standard press briefing. It's a direct signal to the global markets. Notice how the focus isn't just on military targets, but on the energy and oil flowing to the world. That is the jugular of the global economy. When you hear the phrase Operation Epic Fury, you realize we've moved past simple diplomacy and into a doctrine of total deterrence. It's fascinating how the strategy shifted from containing threats to removing the recovery capacity. Most people miss that nuance. They think it's just about a localized conflict, but this is about the Strait of Hormuz and the very blood of modern industry. You can see the determination to prevent a hostage situation with the oil supply. It's a high-stakes chess move where the pieces are aircraft carriers and oil tankers. If you're watching the markets, this is the exact moment the volatility spiked because the rules of engagement were just rewritten in real time.
Well, the Senate is notoriously slow. Sometimes it takes us months to get nothing done. But the SAVE Act is a priority. I'm a co-author. John, I agree with everything the president said in his tweet, though I haven't seen it. John Thune has promised to bring the bill to the floor. I don't know when he's going to do that, but he is going to do that. I anticipate it will be in the next few weeks. Will it pass? I think so. It just depends. We've got some free range. The Democrats will be against it. But we've got some free-range chickens on the Republican side, and we're going to have to go gather them up.
So to get to 60, though, is the thought that this would be a reconciliation bill so you don't have to get to the 60? Is there a single Democrat? Are there several Democrats who would vote with you on the SAVE?
I would do it through reconciliation. We could short-circuit all of this, but I'm in a minority. I have chased Senator Thune, my good friend, like he stole Thanksgiving to try to get him to do a reconciliation. This would be perfect for reconciliation.
You have to love the way Senator Kennedy breaks down the absolute circus of the Senate. Calling his own colleagues free-range chickens is the most honest assessment of D.C. we've seen in years. But don't let the humor distract you from the tactical brilliance of what he's proposing. He's talking about reconciliation. That's the legislative fast pass that bypasses the 60-vote filibuster. He's essentially saying, look, we can't herd these chickens, so we're going to build a different fence. It's a peek behind the curtain of how power actually moves when the standard process breaks down. He's chasing his colleagues like they stole Thanksgiving because he knows the clock is ticking on the SAVE Act. It's rare to see a senator admit that the system is notoriously slow and that months can pass with nothing done. It's refreshing, but also terrifying when you realize these are the people in charge of the most critical voting integrity laws in the country.
To the protest on Saturday, and there were hardly any Iranians actually at the socialist protest. But they had this great declaration, no new U.S. war in the Middle East. And then down below is the Party for Socialism and Liberation, which is housed in the People's Forum in New York City, but has liberation centers all across the country that print out these signs. They just put it on copier, and then I know it's hard to see, but they staple them together and then staple them to.
Did you catch the show and tell part? This is wild. Look at those signs. They aren't hand-drawn by passionate locals. They are mass-produced, stapled to sticks, and printed from a rinse-and-repeat template. It's literally a socialism-in-a-box kit. When you see the Party for Socialism and Liberation branding on the bottom, it reveals the entire logistics chain behind these spontaneous protests. It's all about the People's Forum in New York City acting as a central hub. This isn't a grassroots movement, it's a corporate-style rollout. Notice how the same signs appear at anti-ICE rallies, anti-war rallies, and billionaire coup protests. It's the same funders, the same logistics, and often the same people just switching out the poster board. It really makes you question the authenticity of the outrage when the protesters are essentially unpaid actors for a much larger, well-funded political machine. It's liberation through copier paper.
As of today, there have been 8 U.S. military fatalities associated with the war in Iran. How many American deaths are you willing to have in this war?
Well, as I said before, when you have conflicts like this, you always have death. And I was at Dover yesterday. I met the parents, and they were unbelievable people. They were unbelievable people, but they all had one thing in common. They said to me one thing, every single one: finish the job, sir. Please finish the job. And I'll leave you at
This is a heavy moment, and you can feel the shift in the room. When the conversation moves to Dover and the families of the fallen, the political theater stops. The phrase, "finish the job," isn't just a slogan here. It's a mandate from the parents who just lost everything. It's a perspective you rarely get from the 24-hour news cycle. Most analysts want to talk about exit strategies and proportionality, but these families are talking about purpose. It's an unbelievable commonality that Trump points out. Every single parent he met had the same message. That kind of consensus changes the calculus for any leader. It moves the conflict from a strategic necessity to a moral obligation in their eyes. You can see how that interaction at Dover directly fuels the epic fury rhetoric we saw earlier. It's the human cost of the oil and geopolitical games we were just discussing, and it's a sobering reminder of what's actually at stake behind the podium. The board is set. If you found this breakdown useful, drop a sub and stay ahead of the next move. See you in the next one.